Rational cloze.
Hello. Well, I am doing this video for those of you who will have issues while the live is going on. If you're watching on your mobile phone, right, so you can see there is a gear on your top right hand side. Press on the gear and you will see that there is quality, right? So you quality, playback speed, captions and so on. Press on quality, choose advanced setting and choose the highest 720p. Another way that you can do, but you will use more of your mobile data, is again go on the gear, press quality, go to higher picture quality. If you're at home and you're using Wi-Fi, you might want to use that. So hopefully it will help those who come to watch live but find that the picture quality is not clear, right? And it's not sharp. Thank you.
All right, hi everyone. Welcome again. I hope after 1 hour rest, everybody managed to grab some snacks. Okay, now we have come to our second part, which is close text. It deals directly with your grammar knowledge. I know some of us like it, some of us may not like it because it's just too much to comprehend. Don't worry, today you are going to learn a little bit tips, tricks here and there on how you can actually ace this part. Dr. Ila, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yeah, the part close tax.
Okay,
100%. Yeah, 100% relying on knowledge of grammar, of part of speech, and it's not an easy one. And I think even teachers find it difficult actually on how best to help students.
Yeah, I find it difficult if they ask question related to vocabulary actually, because it's sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's like, complicated. I prefer dealing with grammar straight away.
Yeah, the grammar per se is easier than looking at a text, like in part one and also part four. We would have to look into, sentence structure, grammar, word phrases, phrasal verbs, and all that. All right, so let's start. Okay, so I'm just reminding everyone that we have already done parts one and three. earlier just now at 10. And now we are going into part 2. We will go into part 4 and part 5 later in the day. All right. And I also want to remind everyone tomorrow on the 17th, we will going into writing for all the different parts. At the same time, we'll start at 10 in the morning. So if you are really interested in writing, please drop by and ask questions so that we can help you. Okay, so we are going to dive right into the cloze tags. Okay, there are 4 option multiple choice and 10 marks. Let's look at what we are going to look into. All right, I'm straight away diving into straight away the strategy. As you can see, as in part 1 and 3, I've always emphasized on reading instruction. Always read instructions, because if instruction changes, right, and you don't realize, you cannot fault anyone but yourself. Um, if you didn't understand, you didn't read it, okay, and then you do it wrongly. Okay, all right, then we will go into now. We have to read the passage carefully. No point looking. This is the part where you do not have to look at the answers, the options, but you have to read the passage carefully. And then while you're reading, you have to circle the different tenses used throughout the text. Try to identify the subject and the verb in every sentence, because sometimes the blank might be the subject, the blank might be a verb, okay? And then you fill in the blanks. As usual, I always like to ask students to fill in the blanks with your own words, because it actually helps. If you know what kind of word is missing, it will help you to identify a better answer. Then choose the best answer from the option based on your own answers. All right, and never ever forget to read again to check and confirm. Haslina, I don't know, my students in my school,
Mm-hmm.
they tend to finish the 1.5 hour paper. All right. Sometimes within an hour they are finished, and then they're looking left, right, center, not knowing what to do because they think that they have finished. Right.
Yeah, it happens that way too in my school.
Yeah, and the reason is because when they do like part 2, and also like the one like I've done, right, they don't try to answer in their own way, so they just look at the answers, and then they read the text, and then they just choose the answer based on the option. That's why they finish faster, because if you do the strategy that I teach you, you will make use of every single minute, and you will ensure that your answer would be the best. Okay.
Yeah, correct. I agree with you. If they are actually practicing all the strategies, the time allocated by LPM for this paper is actually just nice. I mean, yeah, they don't have too much of time. In fact, it's actually adequate enough for them to complete everything plus editing time.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's look at the instruction. This is the first one. Read the text below and choose the best word for each space. For each question, mark the correct answer A, B, C, or D. So the instruction remains the same. It is choose the best word, because sometimes you can have 2 words that can be used as the answer, but you need to choose the best word. Many of our students will say, teacher, but this answer also can. Yes, sometimes both answers, there can be more than one answer, but we want the best answer. Okay, all right. So read the passage carefully. While reading, underline or circle. If you can bring highlighted in your exam, whatever way that you feel most comfortable. You identify the tense, and you also identify the subject and verb. So in the chat box, please share with me. All right, I'm giving you a snippet. Again, a snippet. I cannot do the whole text, because the whole text will take a long time for us to look at it. So I just want to give you some practice on how you can manage this part by looking at, just a few samples. I have 9, 10, and 11, which is only 3 blanks, and it's about 2 paragraphs. So it's on a topic that everyone is talking about, artificial intelligence. So look at it, and maybe, hi Blueface, welcome. Look at it and tell me what are the tense that is being used. Give me some example of words that you have decided these are the tense. what the subject and verb that you can find, please do share with me in the chat box or the comment box or whatever, so that we can see if you understand. It's okay if you answer wrongly, because we are here to help you and you are here to learn. So Aslina, any comment about the tenses used? What do you think?
Hmm. Because if you look at the topic, it is about artificial intelligence. So, it is current topic,
Yeah.
okay, existing. Definitely, we can make intelligent guess. Yes, Ramzia is correct. They use present tense.
Okay. You all say present tense. Okay. What about subject verb? Ramsia and Afika, if you can tell me example of words there that shows you that is in the present tense, it will be better. Tell me what, because sometimes what you think might be the word for present tense might not be the one.
Hmm.
Give me example of words that you see is the present tense that tells you present tense. I'm wondering whether Ramsia is a teacher or a student. Because I can see picture, kan? I can see picture there. All right, it is. Yeah, good. Hi, Adam. Good afternoon. I don't know who Adam Iwan is, but it looks like he knows me. So many students, we also don't know who knows us and who don't know. Hi, Adam. I think, oh, hi, Nivita is back. I think
Yes.
the word like is learning shows present tense. Okay, good. Okay. Hi, Shafiq. Hi. All right. What about subject verb that you see there? Subject verb that you see?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I understand. All right. Okay. So I know who you are. uh, you're welcome. Yeah. Blue face. SVO. Yes, subject verb agreement. Subject verb what? SVO. Subject verb object. Yeah. Okay. No one wants to say anything. So I think grammar, during our time, um, you're welcome, Ramzia. During our time, I learned communicative English. That's when grammar was no longer important. But when I was in a primary school, I remember our primary school teacher used to teach uh, AI is the subject. Yes, Afika, yeah, AI is the subject, correct. Okay, we used to learn grammar. Our teacher would drill us with grammar. Remember the small teen book? I don't know if you remember,
Yeah,
Aslina. The
I
primary
remember
school.
because in my primary years, my teacher actually drilled me about these basic concepts of grammar.
Okay, right.
Like
Let's
then
look.
you can't make sense of it, but now yes, it does.
Yeah, exactly. At that time, we couldn't make sense of it. But I know the small mini book is like a small book. I still have one of year five, standard five, when we were there. The book is still with me. All right,
Mm,
so I'm just going to show you, all right, the one that is underlined. All right, these are what are the subject and the verb. Artificial intelligence, all right, is using, it is computer software, can simulate. These are all that you can underline to show, but the one in green are present simple. Is can simulate. It's also simple, can easily mirror, enables, are based. All right. And then present continuous is using. Okay, now
mm,
present simple, you got so many, you got present perfect, like our base is present perfect actually. All right, is using present continuous. To remember is infinitive. Infinitive is something very difficult. I find it difficult to even explain to my student. But when you have the word to, and then you have the verb, it's infinitive. All right,
mm,
and then this one, you have one word, past simple, evolved.
yeah.
Okay, and this one is known as the present perfect, has been consistently used. Okay, so these are samples. There's a question there by
Okay.
Nasha. Are there options for answer, or do we answer it ourselves? Interesting, right, Nasha?
Yes.
Yes, that's one way. If you answer the blanks you on your own, you will definitely have a better or higher chances of getting a more accurate answer when you see the option. Yeah, Nasha? Yeah, right. Like Puan Haslina said, it's good to answer it first. So let's step by step, step by step. Everyone, is like rushing. Generation Z, Generation Y, it's like, it's on the go. I want the answer, We need to relax and take time. Something that we are trying to teach Generation Z, to relax, take time, and enjoy the strategy. All right. Okay. Okay, now once you have done that, okay, what we have to do now, guess the word that could be used to fill in the gaps, and then fill in the blanks with your own word. Guess what word that could best fill in? Okay, for number 9, anyone got any words that come to your mind that you think would be suitable? Okay, let me read out aloud. Like artificial intelligence or AI is using a special technology which is the imitation of human intelligence being demonstrated or performed by machine. That one is given by in the answer 0, by machines, correct. It is a concept in which computer software can simulate the man's brilliance to achieve what goal? What kind of goal when you want the computer software, to stimulate man's brilliance to achieve what kind of goal is that? Anyone? Okay, I have some people answering, right? You have specific goal. Yes, you can have a specific goal if you want. Any other answer besides the answer by Nasha? Specific goal. What
What
kind
I'm
of goal?
getting now is common goal.
Yes. All right. Siti Rahayu say in a
Yes,
certain goal. Yes. So when you get to guess such answer, you are saying that, it is like one special kind of thing because
yeah, good,
certain
Natasha. Straightforward
specific, yeah,
goal.
right. So you got, yes, straightforward goal. Right. Good. Okay. Let's continue. Let me show you this is my own answer. Before that, Haslina, what do you want? What about your answer? What do you think if on your own you would put into the blank?
Oh, I would just read it and then I would say to achieve a common goal.
Okay, a common is a word that everyone use. We all have a common goal. Yeah. All
Yeah,
right. I
it's
put
common
specific.
goal.
Yeah.
Specific.
So if you got few answers, you put specific, slash common, or you call the word oblique lah. Specific, oblique, or slash common, slash straightforward. If you words there you have, it's fine. Yeah, let's continue. The mechanism can easily mirror. Mirror means, it's something similar, same. All right, they just copy human mind, such as in learning, reasoning, and perception. This world-changing technology enables the device to remember human behavior and tasks as programmed. To remember, okay, so when you read this sentence, I just want to remind everyone, you have to have consistency in your sentence, and when it is joined by a conjunction and, meaning the next sentence should also follow the sentence here. So this world-changing technology enables the device to remember human behavior, and so the word must be something that can goes hand in hand with to, because it's an infinitive, right? So
Mm,
and so these are things you have to see when you have and, because sometimes students, even in essay when they write, the first sentence here correct, and then after and they put a verb here that does not go hand in hand with the first sentence here because they forgot that after and it should be consistent. Okay. All right. So any answer? Nasha said to complete. Right. Nasha said to complete task as program. Yeah, maybe the
makes
world
sense.
changing technology. Right. Right. Because to remember, to complete. Correct. Okay. To remember human behavior and complete. Why? I got another answer. Important. An important task as program, but can Navita, because remember I said to remember the device to remember human behavior and important, you think is suitable, Nivita? and to follow task as
Mm.
program. Maybe. All right, you got follow, you got complete. Important is more of an adjective than a suitable, what is that? You need an adjective right there. But what? Do you think important is good? Accurate, Navita? What do you think? What about you, Haslina? What would you put in there?
Ah, I forgot my answer, but let me recall. Okay, to remember human behavior and to conduct.
Maybe conduct, right? What I've done is perform. I put perform. I don't know whether it's correct. That's why when I was reading, I was saying, oh, maybe it's perform to remember and perform tasks as programmed because it's programmed. When you
Mm.
want computer to do something, we program, we want them to complete a task as we program, perform a task as we program. Uh, okay, follow a task, yes. All right, let's continue. As technology evolved, AI has been consistently used. Some industries such as finance and healthcare. Most of AI algorithms are based on mathematics, computer science, linguistics, and psychology, among others. Right. So when technology evolved, it has been consistently used. Okay. Some industry. For me,
Mm.
it should be a preposition there, right?
Yeah.
Mm. So you will have among, right? Whenever I see among, I think of what, everyone is playing the game Among Us. Among Us. Oh,
Among us.
God, Among Us. So I have Rumisa saying in, maybe. So everyone, when you guess, can you realize everyone is guessing a preposition among, in, right? And then you have also Nasha say in. Okay, Shafiq says in. Navita also say in. I don't know, but what I use is also a preposition, but I put by, used by some industries.
Mm.
Right? Okay. Now you have guessed. If you have a few guesses for your preposition, is fine. Another person has put in also Afika. Fine. All right. All your answers I accept because all of you are giving in the same speech parts of speech, which is preposition, which is good. All right. Let's look now. Now you see the answer. Because all of you, when you're looking at close tags, all of you will straight away look at your options. I don't do that. I never look at my options. I read, I analyze, I put in my own answers. Only then I look at the option. That's how I do it. And I want to inform even Haslina, if most people don't know, I was not a very good language learner even as a new teacher. I learned this on my own because when I was in secondary school, I didn't have the best English language teachers myself. They were just teaching, communicatively, doing activities. And then when I became a teacher, I realized that I don't understand how my friends were able to find answers, and they had great teachers who taught them strategies. I didn't have that, right? But I did. They were not able to teach me, but this is I learned along the way because when we
Mm.
start to become teachers, we need to teach our students, and then you need to step back and say, okay, actually, how do I do this, right? And
Mm.
then that's how I learn. And then I now what I do is I always remember that not all students know how. Even though my first language was English at home, I never knew how because when you speak, like if you're Malay, you speak Malay all the time. I don't think you know how because it's automatic. But when you teach, you need to know how. And then how do I tell my students how to tell them it's natural. So this was what I did. I learned slowly. So I want to inform everyone that it's never too late. Okay, you learn slowly, right? But it was okay. I learned slowly, and I'm a better teacher now because of all the experience I have. Somebody
Mm.
shared this. I understand that too. Same goes, yeah, when it comes to math. Okay, I understand, Nasha, when it comes to math. All right. Okay.
I usually analyze patterns in the text, Dr. Ila,
Uh-huh.
because grammar is a lot, right? Sometimes, the functions can confuse us. So back then when I was in school, right, I learned it by looking at the patterns. I remember when the teacher discussed the answers, right? Especially the one related to infinitive two, I always
Mhm.
notice that the answer for infinitive two, it would be in its basic form. Like that says that you mentioned to remember, to act, to eat. So I remember one that particular pattern.
Yeah,
Uh,
two, you must use automatically the base word. You cannot
mm,
add as or add ed or whatever. So that was what I also learned. Another one is how to spell I and E, I, letter I and E, like achieve, and
yeah.
all that. And then it's like I before E except after C. So that
Mm,
has been in my head. So things that I share tips for my student. But I love what Ramsia said here. Learning grammar is like learning on how to drive a car. In order to get the license, you need to pass the test on the rules. Correct. Exactly. But the English language that we are teaching is for more fluency, but we need to teach accuracy at some point. Once
mm,
students are used to the language, because now language learning, we are looking at communicative, whether people understand us more than being rule governed. Okay, it's
mm,
very different in today's world compared to 20, 30 years ago. All right,
mm.
let's look now. Everyone can see the answer. Okay, so you have, let's look at number 9. Okay, so they have specialized, specific, strategic, wanted. Okay, but all of you realize that all of you gave me answers that show something that is special, but specialized is not something that we use for a goal, a specialized goal. We usually don't say to achieve a strategic goal doesn't sound right, does it?
Yeah.
Wanted goal? No. Okay, specialized goal. I don't know. What answer would it be? I think I don't know whether I marked the answer wrongly. I'm now worried to show the answer.
The way I usually, how to say, I usually combine certain words. Like for instance, specialized definitely would be specialized skills. But here, if we're talking about specialized goal, I don't think it rhymes.
Okay, all right. I cannot remember what the answer that I put here. I know the answer, but I'm just worried that I chose the wrong answer. Okay,
Mm,
correct. No, because I did this. I did this and I didn't double check whether the place I circled was correct. Okay, specific. So, right, okay. So, see, I think specific is the accurate ones. Okay, the moment I see the spelling, Siti, I know you are really a Gen Z. Okay, look at the spelling. All right,
ones.
Gen Z is true, a true, body soul Gen Z. Okay, because if you see a teacher who is not a Gen Z, look at the spelling, right? So different, right? Yeah. Okay. Just something to share how we all know who everyone from what generation they're coming from. Okay, let's look at number 10. I put the word perform. Okay, some of you said other words, but do you realize that there is no perform? But don't panic if there is no, my auntie is not there. So the word perform is to show, to do something, all right, specifically for something, right? So you have execute, you have do. So execute, do, show, and attain. Which one? Which? How many answers there show something about perform? Siti Raya is laughing. Yeah, yeah. You are laughing now, Siti Raya, which is true. Okay, and then you can easily be distinguished. Yeah, yeah, Rams. Yeah, yeah, exactly. All right. Okay, blue face say execute. Okay. All right. Ah, okay, see, even our generation, we write wrong sentence and then we will correct it. You see? Can you see?
That's us.
Gen Z won't care. That's us.
That's us.
Gen Z don't care. Okay. All right. Okay. So blue face say execute. Execute also have the same meaning as perform. What other words there that shows perform? I think do also show perform. All right. But show and show task, I don't think show is accurate here, right? And attain is to achieve something, right? So do you attain program? No. Okay. Any more other answers? Okay, so I feel that it's between A and B
Mm.
for me because both quite aligned to the word perform, but I don't know. What about the rest? You all said certain, yeah, certain tasks, a specific. Oh no, that's not that. Is not the one. Okay. Any other answer? No, nobody want to give any other answer. Okay. Everyone say it's so simple. I know how to do this.
It is clearly there. We can see that C and
Okay.
D,
Somebody
they
say something. Those
it's
seems to
not
fit humans
relevant.
more than over as thingies. Nasha, another thingies. Okay, thingies.
I think is
Yeah, says execute. All right, maybe. Yep. I guess it is do. Is it do? Can you do task? I think when it comes to computers, AI don't do tasks. Okay, like I say, sometimes we have to look at the words uh, and the object that we are talking about or what is performing it. All right, if it's a machine, basically it doesn't do. All right, it most of the time it executes the task as programs. That would be a better answer than do. It's okay, Ramsey, not normal. All right. Um, Words have slight different connotation when it's used with in situation and environment. That
yeah,
is
it
why our
has
students find it difficult. Yeah,
words must
Hasina, you're saying something. Yeah.
no, it's just like yeah, talking about words, the tricky part is to make sure it is contextually correct. If we read it once, definitely do would be an excellent choice. But now it is like subject related to AI.
Yeah, Ash, I like what Ash wrote. Do is more like physically performing something, yeah, but the robot seems to execute what is ready. Yeah, correct. You got it right, Ash. All right, so Nasha also agrees to what we have said. Okay, let's continue to number 11. So now as technology evolved, every one of us chose a preposition, right? I used by. Most of you gave me in, right? I think if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken. Yeah, most
yeah,
of you get in. Now, if you got in, don't automatically say, oh, okay, the answer is in. We have to look at all the preposition given because sometimes there will be another preposition that will be more accurate to be used or more correct. Okay, so you have put in. How about on? Used on. You cannot use on, right? Some industry you cannot use. I think using on some industries is wrong. You can use on someone to do something, yes, but on some industries such as finance and healthcare, I don't think it is accurate. Used at, what about at? What do you think about at? At some industries. Can you use at some industries? AI is being used at. What do you all think? Location. Okay, some guy at is only for location. All right. No. Okay, Nasha says no. All right. What about in? In is the one you choose. Okay, what about around? Around some location. What is that? Maybe, maybe it ad is suitable also. Maybe. See, you know, that's what I like to do to my students. I always make them, you know, these are overthinkers. I already know who's the overthinker among us. Siti is an overthinker because when I teach smart students, I say that, and that's what happened. They would suddenly say, oh, maybe that's the answer. All right. Okay. Surrounding a location. Okay. All right. That's what some guy has said. All right. So Hidayah says no. Okay. Good. All right. Uh, and then Ash says at and around is more suitable for location and time. Correct. Correct. Agreed. Good. So somebody has a very good grasp of of prepositions.
preposition.
Yeah. You know there are 150 prepositions. It's not easy. Okay. And not in this case. Okay, good, Nasha. All right. I think around is not the answer. Okay, Nabita and Nasha, cause it's like it's a feel. Okay. And then suitable. Okay. All right. Okay, let's see what the answer is. All of you who put in, you have it right. Okay, in some industry such as finance and healthcare. Okay, so this is what you can do in the exam, right? You have time. So find your own answers first, then look at the options in order for you to make it easier for you to choose the best answer, right? And I hope by teaching you how to analyze, going through it, will help you feel that it's actually a manageable task and don't worry too much about your close text. So as usual, got any questions? And do you have, what did you learn? Do you think? Okay. Okay. All right. So some guys say, I strongly believe the answer is C. Okay. Yes, the answer was C. All right. Any question? I want to find out. I know this session is short compared to the earlier session because we covered two parts. This one we're only covering one part. Anything that any one of you want to share the reflection, any tips or strategies that you think that have maybe help you better at managing this task? Anyone to share with Puan Haslina and I? Another question I like to ask is, do you all think you all want like one final, what is it, live session a few days before your paper, English paper, because after your BM paper, you all will have like a 4 or 5 days break. Do you think that you want to have a session, anything, or is it for writing, reading? Maybe I will come up with a Google form and put it up in one of my live, and anyone can request for it. It sounds right. Then it's most likely right. Nasha, that is for people like us who are very fluent in the language. We do it and we know it sounds right, so that's the right answer. All right. Okay, in some cases, yeah, correct, Nasha. And then yes, madam, for writing. Oh, okay. Tomorrow I'm having writing. Okay. So come and join writing tomorrow. And if you all still need more help, maybe I will just do a live for anyone to ask questions. Okay, that will be done by myself alone, so that you all can, just ask anything last minute. Fine. Yeah. Okay. So Puan Haslina says yes, it helps you to pick answers better. All right. So if there is nothing, all right, I want to say thank you. Good luck for part 2 only. I'm seeing you again after your Solat Zohor. I'm seeing you again after your Solat Zohor. And please take a nice lunch. Make yourself full, but don't make yourself too full that you will fall asleep when we meet again at 4. 4, we will be having a part 4, sentence gap, the gap activity, which I think a lot of people are worried. How do they find the best sentence? Okay, so what is that, Nasha? What is that? What is that symbol about? I don't know what symbol is that.
I think she's worried about
Oh,
expenses.
worried. Nasha, don't have to worry, Nasha. Okay, you will definitely do well. I mean, both of us, are very thankful that you all are here. All right, so we will see you again. Okay, I love that our life, we don't have like thousands of people. Everybody be like, when you have seen the one running, I also like, which one the questions to answer. Ours is like so personal and private, and I love it so much that you all can ask questions. All right. Okay. All right. Yeah, Ramsia, you all can see it on replay. Okay. So with that, I bid you all a short farewell, and I will see all of you soon. So thank you for being here.